put out to all the listeners them right now listening, and I know I should have do it a little bit earlier when everybody was probably tuning. It's a number you can reach if you have any information. If you need any information about the show or anything, you can call this number. The number is 0759 240 6803. And I repeat it again, 059-240-6803. If you want any information about the show, anything that you heard about, you want to discuss, please contact that number. Thank you very much. Specifically with the proof, he's jumped around too much. You understand? Anyways, we just get a text in on that, and whenever you understand,
Yeah, but Gaza.
Yeah.
Now I cut you still, but what's the question? The question that they ask. What am I? What tribe?
Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm trying to clear up, brother, is for me, it's not a tribal thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see myself as a creature who God has created and put on the earth to follow His laws. Yeah.
Yeah.
And amongst the people, which we call ourselves from the Ummah of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Yeah. Now the thing is, what you find in Islam, there are many people who come over to Islam. God choose whoever He wants to be a messenger. Like the Prophet said, He sent over 140,000 prophets from different nationality and different race. It's not about the tribe of Israel alone, because you have many men, righteous men and women, that wasn't even from the tribe of Israel. Because we know from the three sons of Noah, Shem, Ham and Japheth, which are spread throughout the earth, and they go to different parts of the earth. And many worship one God. Yeah, but some people deviate and worship idols. Yeah, but Islam don't come to worship idols or worship the Kaaba. Yeah, and I'm trying to clarify it. But if my friend is coming with something that's negative, saying
all right,
the black stone look like something.
All right, let me put something to you, right?
Yeah.
Let me put something to you. All right. If you went to a Christian man right now, right? Christian meaning going to the church. Brother Raka, you with me?
Yeah, Christianity means to be
pagan practice. Yeah, it has an origin. No. When you tell him that, right, and you tell him that him dealing into devil worshipping, right? The first thing he will tell you is that no, nothing like that, because example, the Christmas festival, right? When we check the origins of it, right, it goes down into straight pagan worship.
Yeah, I know that.
You know that, right?
I know that.
Now, what Brother Rakaya said to you at the beginning, right, when he was saying about the stone, is that stone worship or that symbol that they're doing has an origin long before it went into Islam, because the Arabs were practicing worship of multiple gods for every day of the year. So that is something that was brought into that. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't. This is what I'm saying. Just look at it from that angle, and for say, you know something, research it that way. You understand what I'm saying? Brother Raka, are you with me?
Yeah.
I'm with that. And see,
I'm
going to apologize to anything that happened within the studio, because the brothers was not, it doesn't mean because your ancestors require it of you. Okay? You need to understand what's going on in the earth 30 in the morning, here to attack you, brother. I'm here to let you know that the Jewish people are not the Jews. They're not from the bloodline. They were not the people that received the laws. Your ancestors were the people that received the laws. Your people that was taken from England to Jamaica, that was Bible prophecy in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter and the 68th verse, when it says that we would go into slavery again through the means of ships. That's a prophecy of our people fallen, but the Most High is now bringing again the captivity of our people. At one point we had Muslim, we had Islam, we had Christianity. These were all alternatives for people that had no identity, for people that had no worship. So we had to embrace the worship of other nations. But there's no excuse for that now. The Most High is tearing down the other nations and the religions of the other nations, and He's giving His people the knowledge to understand who think that you have to exclude yourself to accept something. Okay? The Arabs don't have to exclude themselves when they accept Islam. You understand? Because that's something that or originated with them. You have to embrace who you are and what your purpose is outside of the Muslim and Islamic faith. And that's the point we're bringing. Listen, if something is wrong, then us being knowledgeable and without pride can examine that wrong and say, you know what? I can look at that and I can study that and I will actually do the research and correct that if I'm wrong. What I'm asking you to do, brother, is to go into the idols and what was there before Muhammad was born or before he converted to Islam, and see the idols and what they meant before he was born, and see if there's a residue of those same worships still in that region cloaked through Islam. That's what I'm asking you to do. Now, if you go and do the research and find that you're even more strengthened in Islam because you found out what it meant and you have the history to do so, then we can talk on a historical level. But I have a feeling that once you go into the research and stop defending so much, you're going to see what's there without your personal intimacy with Islam. And then you will have to make an educated decision on whether or not you want to go forward with something that's pagan origin. That's all I can do, brothers, put it out there. I'm not trying to tear you down. I don't hate you. I don't think anything is wrong with you. I just feel that you are in the same place we were at one point. The same you, brother, is to go back into Genesis 17 and read about that covenant with Isaac. Because the Most High did not do away his people forever. That's a lie that's being taught in these religions. He will raise his people again. It's not like the Most High rejected his people and can forgive everyone else on the earth, but yet he don't have no compassion for his own. That makes no sense. So I'm not saying that we should reject other people, that other people don't matter. I'm saying that we shouldn't reject ourselves to accept others, brother.
No.
Do you understand that piece?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but the thing is,
that's all I'm saying, brother. Just look into it. I have done my research,
and I say, you know, thank God, you know, for throughout history. I'm not talking about Arabs. That slavery is prohibited, and it is not to allow, you know, people to become slaves at that point of their other god, which they have built with their own hands, and worship something until Moses came and he took them back to the path of righteousness, is to worship one God and God alone. Now this is what we do in Islam, and me as a Muslim. It doesn't matter what tribe I'm from.
Hey, Gocc.
Yes, go ahead.
Hey, Gocc. I sent you something. I sent you something that on through Skype. Can you pull that up real quick and read that for me, please? He just made a statement that it's forbidden, according to Islam, to deal with slavery. Can you pull that up and read that so he can see it for himself? And this is modern day.
Which one? The last link that you sent?
The last link I just sent.
Okay, one sec. Let me just bring it up.
Saudi Arabia.
All right, then, cool.
And not only that, I know a sister and brother that's in Dubai right now, where they try to get people, and this is all Muslims now. They try to get people.
Yeah, I read this, yeah? It says here, human trafficking and modern day slavery. Yeah. In the first 10 years of the 21st century, 2000 to 2009, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has been an oil-based economy with strong government controls over major economic activities. About 40% of the GDP comes from private sector. Roughly 6.4 million foreign workers play an important role in the Saudi economy, particularly in the oil and service sectors. The government is encouraging. Unemployment is high, and the large youth population generally lacks the education and technical skills the private sector needs. Riyadh has subsequently boosted spending on job training and education, infrastructure, development, and government salaries.
Okay, finish reading.
Say again?
Saudi Arabia.
Okay, Saudi Arabia is a
read under that.
To a featured articles, you saying?
Yeah, it says Saudi Arabia is a destination, right up under there.
All right, then.
Right up under what you just read.
Okay, then read that bit and say Saudi Arabia is a destination. Voluntarily travel to Saudi Arabia as domestic servants or other low-skilled laborers, but some subsequently face conditions indicative of involuntary servitude, including restriction of on movements, withholding a passport, threats, physical and sexual abuse, and non-payment of wages. Women primarily from Asian and African countries are also believed to have been trafficked into Saudi Arabia for commercial sexual exploitation. Others were reported kidnapped and forced into prostitution after running away from abusive employers. Let me go down some more. Some Saudi men have also used illegal contracted labor and are in some cases prostitution. It says any more read? Any more of that?
No, you can read.